You know I gotta catch a flick real quick. Let's build it, right?
Yeah. So,
Hold on.
do they have water bottles around here?
Will, the set?
Yeah.
You know the set to be in? Yeah, just for water.
So yo, building with the God Allah.
Yo, always a pleasure to be on. Chop, chop, shop. Soon to go live worldwide. Chop, chop, shop. Look for that on Apple Music. Once a week. Me and your boy David Wells.
Maybe once a month, man. We still ironing that out. You know what I'm saying?
Once a week is easy though.
Alright, it gotta be quick though. It's gotta be like tidbits to lead to the big
There's a lot of
conversation.
information out there, so it's not
I
like
respect it.
We got a wealth of information. So
Facts. So the chop shop. I'm D Wells.
I'm Alah Adams.
Hey yo, we gonna be talking to y'all real live, real direct about some real shit.
Word.
You dig?
So I was telling you about Russell, right? So
Russell who?
Russell Simmons.
Okay.
So I'm a student of Russell, and like,
Why would you make your stewardship behind a man that created or is heavily behind hip hop? Why would you study a person and make it that much memory space in your brain when there's so many more and deeper ideologies that you could like invest yourself in? He's just a man like you from the street, like you grew up on. Like I don't get that. That actually offends me with your intelligence.
well, you know, we always gotta pay homage to.
Can I get some of that water, bro? Like,
Oh yeah, shit, I thought I put it in some of the.
did you? Nah, that's an empty cup.
Oh shit, my bad, bro.
Selfish. God.
I swear to
That's
God.
it. We cool. That's perfect. Yeah.
So, whenever you want to try to like set a goal to be higher, you know, you model yourself after somebody that did it before you. You know what I mean? So, I was always looking at like Russell. You know what I'm saying? Birdman, Jay-Z, 50. You know, like damn, you know, everything I could read about them, and you know, anything they would give, you know, any knowledge they would give, or any, you know, anything. But Russell always gave out more than anyone else.
You liked his generosity
Yeah, he was always
because he told you the truth.
and he gave more. He's like
He made
would
real
give you a little
entrepreneurs.
tidbit.
Right.
But you know, you can make sense out of it. Like one thing I got from Diddy. They asked Diddy, yo, what's the first thing you thought about when you first saw Biggie? You know what he said?
Right.
How am I going to market this big black
Yeah, I
motherfucker?
remember reading that. Okay.
So, to me, that's the first thing on that man's brain
True
is
story.
marketing.
Right.
So that means marketing is his genius.
Right.
And that means marketing is a very important element.
But you went to the school of Russell Simmons, though, so I don't want to big him up too much because it doesn't make sense
well,
in the
he
context.
looked up to Russell.
Okay, Russell was Puff's mentor.
Yeah.
Yes. He emulated that.
Yeah.
And put like Harlem on it.
Right.
Okay.
But
I respect
Russell
that.
said one day in the article, he used the word synergy, synergetic,
It
three
was
times in the article, right?
Was it a designer word?
It was more like he was talking freely, and then he said, yo, Def Jam is not me, it's the synergetic atmosphere that I create. He said, I get young people that see my vision, and we create synergy. And with that synergy, they move forward.
You're part of something.
Yeah, they move forward. So then I had to look up the word. I was like, wait a minute, this word synergy must
It's like if you mix energy and a cooperation.
Yes,
right.
Exactly. That's exactly what it means. It means two or more energies combined to create a synergy.
Right.
So it's not just one energy, it's like many energies combined.
Right.
So I looked at it and I understood like immediately just from that word and the way he was using it in the context that, yo, this is an important clue.
Right.
To like his success. And guess what? Without that synergy, you cannot be a successful company.
The synergy is important, but you gotta have drive too, and you gotta have the product.
Yeah.
The product is very important.
Well, he said you gotta see he got young people that see his vision,
Right.
and then they move forward with the synergy and
Right.
the synergy.
And help him push and maneuver his
When they
vision.
see it, they see like, yeah, that
There's a
is
buy-in, right.
And they like, and his, but their energy combined, they create a synergy that carries the goal
Further. Right.
faster, and then
And he has
quantum-
he has helpers, and the way that he's using the term synergy, it's like they have stock in the company because you're helping evolve hip hop.
Yes.
Right. So this is yours too. He said basically hip hop is yours too. So we got to push this forward. Fat Farm, you know what I'm saying? Def Jam, whatever. Everything it was affiliated with. If you knew that Russell was connected to it, you see Rush.
Yeah.
Anything Rush was Rush. Like it was crazy. And he was a big pioneer, but I'm still perplexed. You know, I always come back because, you know, I'm an asshole. So you talked to me about Israelites. You talked to me everything. And then, so, man, how old are you again?
46.
I thought you were 43. Yeah, you look 43, man, like 42.
I got
Yo.
Hey.
my ride's here.
Peace, bro. Get home safe, man.
Take care, guys.
Yo,
Have a good night.
bro.
You too. You know what? I think I just answered my own question. Because here's the thing. We have to take what we get from, like, for instance, like, I have studied Stevie Wonder's music, Donny Hathaway's music in a deep, you know what I'm saying? Like, I sit in a room and I listen to it like, these dudes are saying something so profound. If I could learn the technique of their dialogue, even if I can't sing like them, if I speak like them, I'm going to be dope. So that's what you did with Russ. Russ spoke to you like, okay, so now it makes sense, because I was looking for some, but I just wanted to understand why. So we segment our lives in a way, and we teach ourselves our own, we give ourselves our own education in a way, us young hustlers that become the Jay-Z's, that become the Russells, but we learned it from our ghetto lessons. Nah?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know, man, I just took that over. All right, never mind, man. I'm gonna edit that. Yo, you doing something like, you like,
Now I had to look around. You know, I just caught a moment. You know how you gotta look around.
yo, come on, man. Do not bring that here, bro.
Not-
Yo, CO! CO! Come on. Yo, you just went there. Yo, he straight. He said. Hold on. This is crazy. Yo, we just left the table. Like, we got music, Tatiana going on, Tatiana. And this nigga said, yo, CO! I don't know what's going on, but.
Nah, I didn't even say that. I was looking around just to make sure.
I was like, yo, what happened? Did I fart? Like, what?
That just stopped.
Yo, is it part of the tape where I was like, yo, that was cool, right? And you was like, yeah, nigga, yeah. Like, I'm a little preoccupied, right?
Oh, shit.
What did I do wrong? Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Yo, that shit is on tape.
Yo,
Yo,
that's funny.
yo, this.
All right, live and direct, coming back.
All right, so yo,
Chop.
yeah. What's your name?
It's your boy Alah Adams.
And I'm D Wells in the building, boy. Yo, we just, you know what? We're having fun as we break bread. None of this makes sense anyway, because there's so many derivatives of the same idea, which means that, you know, divide and conquer, the Tower of Babel, where the languages were separated. I mean, we can go into so many directions, but at the end of the day, if you're trying to get to a place and you might not want to be alone, just because, you know what, yo, I just want to walk down the block with somebody. You know what? What's worse than riding on a train by yourself? That's eerie. Don't you like seeing people on the train? You know what I'm saying? What if you drove down a highway and it looked like The Devil's Advocate? You remember that scene where Keanu Reeves was like walking down the street? It was just nobody walking through Manhattan.
Yes.
You need synergy, or you're going to be that weirdo feeling that eerie. And guess what? Strength in numbers. Strength in numbers means that both sides of where the numbers come from, both sides are going to be equally or possibly benefactors of the energy that you're exerting. I'm sorry, am I going too far? Or
No, I'm with you,
I'm saying,
bro.
like, it's just, I don't understand the dissension with. I don't care if it's family. I don't care if it's politics. I don't care if it's race. I don't care if it's country. Yo, at the end of the day, if I go to China right now, they got some form of pork, some form of beef. They got some form of rice, right? I love pork. I love beef. I love rice. And guess what? Why do I eat those things? To taste good, but it's also sustenance. They need to do sustenance or sustain themselves in China, Bolivia, Bulgaria, Germany, Russia, Slovakia, Chile. Yo, we all have the same issue. Everybody's fighting and we're competing, which is fun. But when do you turn off the competitive spirit and say, yo, everybody look around. We done descended so much. That shit is fucked up. I'm sorry. Let me just, I'm going to take a pause, Allah. You can jump in if you want.
Nah, I'm with you, bro. Like, it's a lot of shit going on. You got this nigga Trump in office.
Let's not even talk about. Let's not even give him. Yeah.
Nah, because that's world. That's right. The here and now. What's going on?
Yeah, I be cutting you off too. You right?
Nah.
Say it.
There's a reason why he's in there. This is like really the ushering in of some satanic shit to me. Because
why?
Well, because the Revelation said it. You know what I mean? And then now it feel like it's the time of all of that, the revelation, the time of the revelations unfolding like this. It's the you know how the seed, nothing fruit out of season, no, something out of season bears no fruit. Seeds out.
Okay, see, something about poisonous fruit can't bear.
Yes,
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're saying. No harvest can come from.
Yeah,
I know
like
what you're saying.
So, like right now, we're in a time where they ushering
seeds
in
of the poisonous tree.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I had
fruit from the poisonous tree. Sorry.
Yes. I had a epiphany the other day about this nigga Trump, right? I was like, damn, why is media going against this dude?
Oh man.
And then I said, no, but they not going against him. You know what they doing? They promoting the idea that, yo, there's a tyrant. And look, this is what he's doing. And we're getting you ready for some more bullshit. But like, yo, you think he's the fucking...
Let me ask you a question just to that statement, and I'm not disagreeing with anything that you say. You know, our dynamic is different from here on, by the way. You know that, right?
Okay,
right.
I had a thought, like, though, the reason why...
No, let me ask you on top of that, though.
What he's doing.
Don't make me forget, please. Don't make me...
No, the reason he's doing what he's doing, in other words, you got a dude that's in office that's openly, like, attacking minorities, this and that. This
I know what I was going to say.
Felt, and this is... They put him in there to do what he's doing, because remember, no tweet, no nothing gets done without a plan, without a motherfucking...
He has a team.
That's what I'm talking about. So they
it's
like, they
carefully
fucking
articulate.
with
but yo,
this a
here's
fucking
the thing.
Game. It's always a game. Remember
before you
that.
go any further, people, yes, I agree. You know what I hate about this whole thing? It is. And this is the part that I want to identify. It is a social experiment. And you know what's worse? What people don't realize, not even just America, everybody's tolerance, the margin is so much further now. Like the shit that you couldn't say, you can say now. Think about it. You can like, yo, there are white militants, there's militia, there's people that jump on TV, and it was like Bobby Brady, he was like, hey man, I support this country, and hey man, I'm not gonna say the word nigger, but you know what I'm saying? If nigga, you come around her, you're gonna get a cap in your... Like, people will say, no, people are emboldened to say such things, and I think that that's a sad thing, which means that we were bubbling for a long time, but this motherfucker just said, let's turn it all the way up and let it bubble over.
Yeah, they're getting us ready for some shit.
I don't like that.